Ellis with Divine Design Fitness, and I want to wish you guys, first off, a happy early Thanksgiving. This will be the last time we go live before Thanksgiving, but I just want to tell you, I hope you enjoy the great Turkey Day. I hope you have some good food. But part of this live tonight is going to be to help you not gain a bunch of weight when you eat that food. Because I know I'm going to enjoy some turkey. We got some greens, some mac and cheese. What else we got? We got yams, stuffing. Y'all know all the fixings. We about to do it big. But I don't want to get big because we're doing it big. So that's why we're here tonight. We're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about 6 moves. Six easy moves that you could do 2 to 3 times a week. So let's just say a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And you can knock them out and help get rid of or ward off that turkey belly budge. Make sure your clothes fit good on Black Friday while you guys go out there and shop. Get those TVs, get all the stuff on a discount, or what they say is a discount on Black Friday. But we're about to get into it. Again, if you're just popping in, my name is Marin Ellis with Divine Design Fitness. We help you rethink, retrain, and rebuild. And when I say that, I mean we help you rethink fitness, rethink your faith. We help you retrain your mind when it comes to fitness. And then we also help you rebuild your life using fitness principles and faith principles. So that's what we're about. Today, we're going to do this at the house. I'm going to show you guys how you can get a great workout right here in your house. I don't have a bunch of equipment. You see, it's not a large space, so you don't need a large space. You can't use it as an excuse. You have some resistance bands, and if you don't have any, let me know. I can give you a link to check them out. And then also, leave a comment below. Leave a comment in the section so I know you're here. Let me know what questions you have. We're going to do some demonstrations of these exercises, and then following the demonstration, I'll sit down if we have any questions and answer those questions, because I really want to hear what you have to say. I really want to hear your questions, because we're all about fitness based on truth. So, again, there's 6 exercises that will give you a full body workout. Now, I don't know if you guys saw a video I did, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. We were talking about things you could do to help burn fat. Well, this video that we're covering today was one of those tips of full body workouts, doing it 2 to 3 days a week in the comfort of your own home. Takes 30 minutes, doesn't require any equipment, or if you use equipment, very little, and you're gonna get results. You're gonna build muscle, you're gonna look great, you're gonna have fun, and you can do it right in the comfort of your own home. Or if you prefer to go to the gym, you can still go to the gym and knock these exercises out and move some weight. Me personally, I do both. Sometimes I do them in the gym, sometimes I do them at home. All depends on how much time I have. So again, it's time to knock this out. So the first exercise, the first movement, and I'm gonna interchange those words, movement and exercise, because yes, most of us aren't sitting here trying to be bodybuilders. So we're not trying to work our arms per se, our legs here, or our back here for body parts. We should be training to move correctly, to move without pain, and to be able to stay mobile as we move throughout life. So again, I'm gonna use the word exercise or movement patterns interchangeably. So the first exercise or movement we're gonna do is the push. Now, when you're doing a push exercise, the main muscle groups you're going to be working out or exercising is your chest and your shoulders. Great for upper body strength. It's very important to develop your upper body strength for many reasons for life. So the first way, if you're just starting out and you want to do a push-up, if you have a bench, a chair, a wall, anything, you can actually put your hands right on the wall. Make sure your back is straight. Some people will do this. That is horrible. Do not do that. Make sure from your heels all the way up to your head is a straight line. Engage your core. And when I say engage your core, I'm talking about putting your belly button to your spine. Suck your stomach in. Act like you're putting your belly button to your spine. So hands on the wall. or bench or the side of your bed, your desk, shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. And then all we're gonna do is slowly bring our chest to the wall and push back up. Chest to the wall, push back up. Now, when you go down into the push-up, try to slow down. Don't just rep it out and go fast. Go nice and slow, control movement, let your chest touch the wall or your head if you're using a wall, and push back up. So that's how you can start. If you struggle with push-ups, that's a great way to build strength in your upper body, to work your way down to doing what we're gonna do next, which is a push-up on the floor. So, there's two ways you can do the push-up on the floor. Again, if you're starting out or you progressed from the wall and now you move to the floor, you can do the push-ups on your knees. There's no shame in the game. The key thing is to get moving, be active. So when you do the push-ups on your knees, you want to make sure, again, let me move this around. You want to make sure that your body's flat. Let's go this way. You want to make sure that your body's flat. You don't want to do your push-ups like this. You want to make sure your body's flat from your knees to your head. And you're going down slowly, push back up. So that's your knee push-ups. Then you can go to doing push-ups on your feet. Still, body flat. Keep your arms right underneath your shoulders. Chest to the ground. Push back up. Now, when you do this, I would say when you're starting out, try to do 10 to 15 reps of either exercise. But we're focusing on pushing in those first exercises, that first movement. 10 to 15 reps, and then as you progress, maybe you do 2 or 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps. Knock them out, then you get a chance to rest. So then we're gonna move to the next movement, which is a squat. So squats are key because you're gonna be working your legs. Legs are one of the biggest muscle groups, if not the biggest muscle group in your body, that burns more calories than pretty much anything else you can do. So if you wanna burn fat, you wanna get the bang for your buck, do legs. So we're gonna start with basic squat. We can put your hands behind your ears, and when you do a squat, try not to round your shoulders. Chest out, shoulders back, hands behind your ears, feet shoulder width apart. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit down in the chair. So many people do squats where they put their knees out in front with their toes. You are going to mess up your knees if you do that. Make sure you keep your knees from behind your toes and push your hips back. Hands behind your head, chest out, push your hips back, squat down, come back up. You also want to go as low as you can go, but not too low. If you're flexible, you don't want to go all the way down, but you do want to be able to go down to at least 90 degrees and push back up. Push back up through your heels, and that'll also make sure you engage your glutes in the move. Now, if you want more resistance, you can knock out 20, 30 reps of those. Anybody's gonna feel it. But if you want more resistance, let's say we'll use a resistance band. I love these resistance bands. These are closed loop resistance bands, so they're gonna really help you get a great variety of exercises in on one piece of equipment. So for a squat here, you'll step on the band, still shoulder width apart, and I'll put them over my shoulders. Let them rest over my shoulder. And then again, same movement. Squat, come back up. Squat, come back up. It provides just enough resistance to give you that added bit of calorie burn, and it's gonna help you build muscle. The more muscle you build, the more fat you're gonna burn. The more fat you burn, the better you're gonna look, and the more turkey you can eat. Scratch that last part. So you got the squats with the air squats, and you also got squat with resistance bands. So let's say you don't have either one of those, but you got a dumbbell, 1 or 2. One of my favorite moves is a goblet squat. So with the goblet squat, you want to hold the dumbbell up to your chest, hands underneath it, feet shoulder width apart, and again, just going to drop down, come back up. Now the cool thing about the goblet squat, it's going to tell you if you're doing a squat wrong or right. So both parts of the dumbbell should be in contact with my chest the whole time. A lot of people, when they squat, they'll lean forward. You lean forward, you're not squatting right. You should be able to keep both parts of this dumbbell up against your chest and your stomach all the way down to the bottom. Just like that. If you can do that, you're squatting right. And goblet squats is a great way to learn how to squat. If you're beginning, and even if you're experienced, it's a great way to change it up. So we've done push with the push-ups, we've done squats, showed you a few variations of the squats. Now we're going to do pulling exercises. Now when you do the pulling exercises, you're training your back. So many people neglect back training. Everybody says, I want a bigger chest, I want to do push-ups, I want to do bench press. That's fine and dandy, but you want to be able to have a nice, strong back. And the reason is, if you don't train your back and you only train your chest, you're going to end up walking around with hunched shoulders. It doesn't look good. So what I want you to do is focus on bringing your chest out. And first exercise we're going to do is called pull aparts. So you'll take some resistance bands. You can use something like these or just regular resistance band that you might have with handles on the end. But you'll grab it in the middle and hold it straight out. Arms locked. And then what we're going to do is we're literally just going to pull them apart to where my arms are all the way out to the side and back. Out and back. Control the movement. Don't rush through it. Out and back. Now what that's going to do is training your back, especially focusing on bringing your shoulder blades together in the back as you come out. That's going to make sure you contract those muscles, and it's going to help counteract some of that movement in those muscle groups that we trained when we did the bench press or push-ups or anything with the chest. So that's the first move you can do, and I would suggest doing those quite often. I try to do pull aparts at least in every workout. Might not do a lot of them, but I try to get them in. So the next exercise you can do is the row. Now row is going to be a great exercise to work your lats. You want some shape, you want that V shape, you want to work your lats. Now I have a door anchor here, and I love these, especially when you're using resistance bands, because it allows you to move it anywhere in the door to get various angles. So I definitely suggest you pick up one of these when you get some resistance bands. So you take the resistance bands, lock it through or bring it through the door anchor, and at this point you can do it two ways. If you're stronger, you can grab it with both handles. If you want a little bit less resistance, you just lock the door anchor in and loop it through, and then you can pull it with one hand. And this door anchor has some grip to it, so I'm just doing it with one hand. So you grab it, and I like to do it with a split stance squat in the lunge position. And all we're going to do is bring our elbows back to our lats, like you're pulling something off the shelf to you, or if you were doing it from the low angle, you're starting a lawnmower. Same movement. You grab it, bring your elbow back, nice close in. Don't want to be out here. Keep your elbow nice and close to your body. Pull it down, come back. Pull it down, come back. Once you do 10, 12 reps, flip it to the other side. Make sure you switch your feet too. Pull it down, come back. Pull it down, come back. Now, this is a pretty heavy band. It's not the heaviest band, but it's a pretty heavy band. You don't always have to use this. You can use any of these bands. Light, medium, heavy, and a heavy. The next exercise you can do, if you don't have a door anchor, let's just say we take the same band, we step on it, and this is what we call the bent over row. So you're gonna step on it, keeping your back straight, make sure you have a good grip, and you're just gonna pull up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. And you will feel that. You will definitely feel that exercise. Now when you hold it up and bring it up, hold it there for a second. Don't rush through it. In your mind, count 1 or 2 seconds. 1, 2, hold, go down 1, 2. 1, 2, hold, go down 1, 2. It's a great way to make sure you get the most bang for your buck. So again, we've done push exercises, we've done squats, and we did pull. So next, we have lunges. Now, there's a lot of people who don't like lunges for various reasons. Honestly, it's one of the best exercises you can do when it comes to training your legs. So I'm gonna show you 3 different lunges you can do. And they're all good. I suggest you do them all. You don't have to do them all in the same workout, but I suggest over the course of a week, you do them all. So the first example of a lunge is what we all think of. It's taking a step forward and coming back. That's how you would do a traditional lunge. Make sure you step forward, keep your balance, reach out. Just don't take a little step forward and try to squat down. Take a big step. Take a leap of faith. Literally. Take a leap of faith. If you've never done it before, trust yourself, but be safe. And again, I'm glad I said that. If you've never done it before, find something to hold on to. Hold on to the wall, anything. Step forward. Just before your back knee touches the ground, push back up, and then alternate. Step forward, push back up. So if you do 10 to 12 of those, 2 to 3 times, I'm telling you, you're gonna get that heart rate up, you're gonna get your blood moving. The thing I love about lunges too, they help with mobility. So many people struggle as they get older with mobility, ability to move. A lot of older people, when they fall and they hurt their hips, it's usually a mobility issue, strength issue. Strength training is so key to overall health, overall mobility throughout life, and looking good. The people that you see in these magazines, especially ladies, when I say this, a lot of these women that you see in the magazines that have the bodies that you admire, they don't hop on a treadmill for 30, 45 minutes. A lot of times, they might not even hit the treadmill at all. They are doing strength training, resistance training. You can't get buff and big without doing some other things outside of resistance training. So get that idea out of your head. Just go on, work out. Resistance training can be your own body weight, resistance bands, or weights. The second lunge we're going to talk about is lateral lunges. Now, I've trained athletes, I've trained regular people, I've trained everybody. Most people get injured because every exercise they do is going from front to back. Very rarely does anybody think to go right to left. Side lunges are a great exercise you can do. So, if you're standing, and I'm just standing this way so you can see, we're just going to step to the side, lunge, and come back up. Step back out, lunge, come up. Again, my knees are not coming in front of my toes. I'm taking a nice big step out to the side. I'm keeping my weight back, my glutes are activated, and I'm dropping down, pushing back up. Once you've done 10 on that side, go ahead, turn around. Take a nice big step, lunge, come back to the middle. Do that 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 15 times on each leg. Again, you're gonna get a great burn. The last lunge variation I wanna tell you is reverse lunges. You would think it's a lunge, but it has a whole different feeling. So again, chest out, shoulders back, core engaged. I'm gonna step backwards. So I'm here, I'm stepping back. Now my weight is still dropping down the center, chest is out, and then I'm stepping back up. You're gonna use more of your quads in this. And then alternate. Step, step back up. Step, step back up. So lunges again are so great for mobility, flexibility, and balance. It'll help you train your body to keep your balance. So we did front lunges, we did lateral lunges, we did reverse lunges. You don't have to do them all in the same workout, but if you work out 3 times a week, when it comes to lunges, pick one of those types of lunges to do on the day that you're working out. Let's say front lunges on Mondays, lateral lunges on Wednesdays, and reverse lunges on Fridays. Next exercise we're going to do is overhead. So if you notice, we're breaking this upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. So overhead exercises, ultimately we're going to be working our shoulders and our core. Now you might be wondering, well, I'm not doing crunches, not doing planks. How am I working my core doing an overhead exercise? Guys, anytime you pretty much make any movement, especially with resistance, your core is being activated. Especially if you're focused on activating your core, again, belly button to spine. Trying to suck your belly button into your spine and hold it there, still breathing, but then go through the movement. And that's because resistance is going to force or brace yourself, force your core to brace itself to make the move. If you ever had to pull the abdominal muscle, or coughed or sneezed, or hurt your abs, you know that pretty much everything you do incorporates your core. Because you feel it, you feel the pain. I remember I pulled the ab muscle when I was in high school in football. Couldn't cough, couldn't laugh, couldn't do anything. That's when I realized how important the core is for pretty much everything we do, even if it has nothing to do with exercise. So overhead, I'm gonna do it 2 ways. So we're gonna do it with one arm, and I'm gonna use the resistance band. You could also do it with dumbbells. So you have the resistance band under your foot, and then in your hand, nice and secure. Nice and secure in your hand. You don't want it up here in your fingers. You want it in your hand, right between your thumb. First point. So many people, when they do an overhead press, they start with their arm down here, press up, and then come back down. That's fine, but if my arm is below 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees right here. If my arm is lower than this, I'm no longer using my shoulder. I'm using other muscles to move the weight or hold the weight. If you're gonna do it, get the most bang for your buck. So hold the weight at 90 degrees, nice L shape. And then we're gonna press up to bring our shoulder by our ear and then back down to 90. No lower than 90, press up, back down. Do that 10 to 12 times, flip over to the other side. Same movement. Nice and secure grip with the band in your hand. 90 degrees, press up, bring it down. Nice and slow, controlled movements. Press up, bring it down. So that's how you can do the one arm press, the one arm overhead press. If you really want to get it, or you're using a heavier band, you can do the 2-arm press. And when you do the 2-arm press, you're going to step on it with both feet, and you're going to have your hands shoulder width apart. Don't have your elbows out, hands in, trying to push up. Bad form. Have your arms shoulder width apart, feet shoulder width apart. Press straight up, back down. Straight up, back down. Now if you notice, I'm not pushing up here. I'm pushing straight up above my head. My arms are by my ears and going back down. Now that's how you can do it with the band. Now let's say you have a dumbbell, which I have here, same move. Take your dumbbells, hold them 90 degrees, right to the side, press up overhead, back down, up, back down. Now working those shoulders is key. It's going to help prevent a lot of injuries. Your shoulders are your like knees to your upper body. That's where you're gonna get the most range of motion, most susceptible to injury if you don't train them. And trust me, you do not want to have an injured shoulder and have to have surgery on your shoulders. It takes a long time to heal. Sometimes it never gets back to where it was before. So we did overhead. We got one last move. One last move. Now I'm gonna tell you, this move is one that you should definitely not skip. The reason being, many people have back issues. If you're a person with back issues, when you do this exercise, start extremely light. Don't push yourself too hard when you start. But it's also going to help strengthen your back to where you can get stronger over time. If you don't have back issues, do it, because at some point it may come if you don't strengthen that lower back. Most people have back issues because they don't use their glutes. If you're sitting at a desk all day, if you're sitting at a desk all day typing, sitting in a car all day driving, sitting on the couch all day watching TV, whatever it is, if you're sitting, you're not using your glutes. If you're not using your glutes, your lower back is going to have issues. So, we're going to do what a hinge movement. Start with a regular deadlift. Now, many people, when they imagine deadlifts, they imagine somebody with a big barbell with a bunch of weights on the end, sitting down, breaking down, and then coming up and then dropping it. And I can't stand when people drop weights in the gym. They're trying to get attention. Unless you're moving some serious weight, then that's all right. But that's a whole nother topic. But don't be that dude in the gym or a lady in the gym just dropping weight to get everybody to look over at you. Nobody cares. So grab the dumbbells, grab the band. You're gonna step on both halves of the band, or both strands of the band. So we're gonna stand nice and tall. Again, core engaged. Make sure you have a good grip on the band. And the first type we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep our legs straight, and I'm gonna lean forward. Now when you lean forward, you're gonna start feeling a good stretch in the hamstrings, and you're gonna keep going down until you get that stretch, and then you're gonna come back up. So you're gonna lean forward, and when you do this, when you lean forward, push your hips back. Keep your legs straight, but push your hips back and come back up to a nice tall stance. Keeping, again, legs straight, get that stretch, nice and tall. So that's one variation of a deadlift. The other variation is more kind of a squat motion where you got a slight bend in your legs. Same foot placement, same hand placement, slight bend in your legs, and then we're gonna come down and then stand up. Slight bend in your legs, come down, stand up. So we got the one you can lean forward, straight leg deadlift, or you can do where you can bend at the knees and come up. So, another great exercise you can do, if you don't have any of that, is a glute bridge. Now when I train clients, train athletes, whoever it is, we do this exercise as part of the warm-up. You're not gonna get away from the glute bridge, not with me. So when you do a glute bridge, you're actually just gonna go ahead and lay on the ground. Now you can do glute bridge two ways. So feet shoulder width apart, as close to your butt as you can get, and focus your weight on your heels. Not on your toes, your heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes or wiggle the front of your feet, no problem. And all you're gonna do is relax, keep your core engaged, belly button to spine, hands down to the side. We're gonna raise our hips up off the ground, squeezing your glutes. Focus on squeezing your glutes. Come back down, but don't touch your butt to the ground. Just above your butt going to the ground, you're gonna go right back up. You do 20 sets or 20 reps of those, you're gonna feel it. But the other way you can do it, and it's tougher, is the single leg glute bridge. So for this one, you're gonna raise one leg straight into the air, and we're gonna focus on the leg that's on the ground. So again, lay back, belly button to your spine, and you're gonna lift up as high as you can, back down, again, driving through the heel, lift up, back down. Do 10 to 12 reps, flip it over to the other side. So, again, this is a whole body workout. We literally just went through 6 exercises or 6 movement patterns with a few exercise options for each movement pattern that will allow you to burn fat, build muscle, do it right in the comfort of your own home, do it safely, and start the process of getting to where you want to be. And maybe you can have an extra help in the turkey because you put in some work with it. So give me 1 second. I'm about to get a sip of water. And if you guys have any questions, whether it has to do with the workout we just did, or you have other fitness questions, health questions, let me know. And another thing, just don't drink all the eggnog and whatever else you may be drinking with the family on Thanksgiving. Make sure you drink water too. Stay hydrated. That's really key, especially if you're gonna work out. So one of the beautiful things I liked about this workout too is if you're traveling to go on to visit family, this is something you can do. Throw these bands in your suitcase and you're good to go. Throw them in your suitcase. They add no extra weight to it. Take it with you. You can do this workout in the bedroom. If you're somewhere warm in the backyard, there's nothing keeping you from getting in shape. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm going to help you get in shape. So I'm going to check out real quick, see what questions you guys have. Oh, thanks, Miko. What's up, Miko? Miko said again, it's great for traveling, doing it in hotels. That's another great video I'm going to do in the future. How do you stay in shape at the hotel? For so many years, I used to travel on the road for work. Guys, you eat, you go out to these meetings for work, you got to entertain people. You might end up having a couple of drinks or something. Don't forget to take care of yourself on the road. You don't always need a great hotel gym to get in shape. Thanks, Miko. Hey, Amber, how you doing? How's it doing down there in Houston? Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, guys. My friend Amber out in Houston, she's doing some big things out there. She's getting in shape. She's taking dominion of her body. She's not allowing things to just take over. So many times people in life allow life to take over life. You have the ability to take over dominion. Don't allow life to take over your life. You control life as far as how you live it. Stay in shape. Stay moving. Things are going to always happen. Things are going to try to dissuade you. Obstacles are going to come. Yes, you might get knocked down today. You might get knocked down tomorrow. But don't stay down. Get up. Keep moving. Even if it's not what you used to be able to do. I have to tell myself this all the time. I don't need to go in the gym and lift the weights that I used to like I did back in college. I'm in a whole different season in my life. So if I had that mindset where, oh man, I can't squat 400, 500, I can't bench 315, I would never go back in the gym. But that's no longer my goal. It's about activity. It's about movement. Yep, Kenneth said, gotta get them guns right. Stay strong, man. Now, that's another thing. So many people always want to work arms, arms, arms. I'm telling you, if you do these 6 movements, holding that resistance, holding those bands, holding those weights, you'd be surprised how much of an arm workout you could get just by doing the movements right. Not cheating through the movements, doing the movements right. You'd be surprised how you can train your biceps, your triceps, your forearms by doing these 6 movements right. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? What's up, Kevin and Bernita? You not sweating. Kenneth, Be quiet, man. I am sweating. I'm just, I guess, a little glossy. What's up, T? She was talking about her back issues. Again, guys, back issues can come at any time. You could go your whole life without having back issues, and all of a sudden, you go to wash your face in the sink one day, you go to pick up a bag of groceries, or you go to pick up your kids, whatever, you're vacuuming, and next thing you know, your back locks up, you can't move. There's certain things you can do to help prevent it. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but there's certain things you can do to help prevent that from happening. Take care of your body, take care of your back. Kevin said, I do Supermans. Supermans are good. They're good for your lower back. Also help, they're good for glute activation as well. And when I say lower back, glutes, hamstrings, in the scientific world, in the training world, we call that the posterior chain. Posterior chain is where a lot of your power is going to come from. If you look at, let's say, if you watch the Olympics and you look at sprinters, especially sprinters or power athletes, they have usually very strong posterior chains, very strong hamstrings, very strong glutes, very strong lower back. It's one of the key areas you need to train, and most people don't focus on those areas. Yeah, you don't have to tell them to let them know, but whichever. You're right, Kenneth. All right, guys. So, again, if you get a chance, no, not if you get a chance. I need y'all to go right now when this is over. Go to DivineDesignFitness.com. DIVINE, DesignFitness.com. When you go, make sure you register for our newsletter. We have some great stuff coming for 2020, y'all. 2020 is literally just over a month away. And it's going to be a great time. I really, in my heart, feel that 2020 is going to be something powerful for people who are ready for a powerful season in their life. You're going to see things clearly. You're going to have better vision of the things that God has for you. You're going to be able to achieve things and actually be able to take steps, more significant steps, because you're going to be able to see clearly where you're going. So make sure you actually take care of your physical body as well as getting in your word, taking care of your spirit, the spirit, taking care of your mind, and develop everything. Develop and be balanced. Just don't focus on the physical side. Just don't focus on the spiritual side. Focus on us as a whole, okay? When you focus on it as a whole, there's a lot of things that can come against you and try to keep you from your destiny, but when you are balanced whole, it's very hard to be knocked off track. And even if they do knock you off track, those obstacles do knock you off track, if those temptations do knock you off track, it's very easy to get back in line and get back where you need to be if you've trained your mind to do so, if you've trained your body to do so. So 2020 is going to be a great time, great season, and I pray it's a great year. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. That's why we do this. We get strong mentally and physically by training our bodies. But join the email list, because we're going to have a 2020 challenge. This is the first time I'm even saying anything about this. We have a 2020 challenge where you get to work out with me in Divine Design Fitness, because we've pretty much are done with the app development and we're launching our app. So you'll be able, no matter where you are in the world, in a hotel, traveling, at home, in your gym, be able to do a Divine Design Fitness workout, either custom made for you, depending on the program that you want to use, or you can do a workout and do the challenge, which we're going to call the Rethink, Retrain, Rebuild Challenge. It's a 90-day challenge for 2020 that's going to get you right. It's going to have you feeling good, looking good, and just being able to do what it is that you want to do. 90 days. 90 days. Build a habit. Get started off right. Get 2020 built with the right momentum. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. If you guys, again, have any questions, let me know. What's up, Freddie? You want a six-pack? Okay. Somebody talks about six-pack. One of the number one questions I get with the six-pack. I also talked about that in the last video. And I'm going to give you guys the simple version. Your body is made in the kitchen. It is shaped in the gym or in the home using resistance training and muscle building exercises. It is built in the kitchen, shaped in the gym. So you can lose weight, you can gain weight in the kitchen. You build muscle, burn fat in the gym. If you want six packs, you gotta balance them both. You can't just work out every day and eat whatever you want and get a six pack, and you can't necessarily just eat like a rabbit and not do any workouts and expect a six pack. It's a balance of both. So, what's up, Kevin? What's the best resistance bands that I should get? And do you go by strength or size? So resistance bands are kind of different. This is my set. I use it myself and I train people with them. They're usually going to go by color. Now, colors vary depending on who makes them, but go by the thickness of the band. So not necessarily, they're all going to be pretty much the same diameter, but go by the thickness of the band. When I say thickness, I'm talking about how thick the band is. The thicker the band is, the more resistance. The more resistance, the more strength is going to take to make these things move. Now, here's an example. These are probably these are the heaviest ones I have, but there's ones heavier than this. But this sucker, it requires some strength to move. So if you are a person that's stronger or you're really wanting to build muscle, you might not necessarily, or build power, you might not necessarily want to use the light bands. You might want to go for the medium heavy or to the heavy bands, do fewer reps for those moves with more rest time, and then go back, do those heavy reps. But in general, I like to train, again, I'm not trying to get all big and swole. I like the medium heavies, the mediums, and the lights, so I can push more reps for what we call time under tension. Again, another scientific term. It's kind of irrelevant to you, but the more time you allow your body to be under tension, the more strength you're going to gain, the more muscle you're going to build. Okay. I stick to the heavy ones. What's up, Kevin? You guys are funny in here. Again, that 2020 challenge, make sure you go to the website, sign up for that newsletter, get ready for that 2020 challenge. And then also follow us on YouTube for Divine Design Fitness. We have other how-to videos on there, fitness tips, nutrition tips. Check out my boy Kenneth Temple. We have a couple of videos. Actually, I think I'm going to share another video that we did tomorrow. Now, maybe next week. Everybody's got turkey on their mind. But next week, when you're trying to burn off that fat, we had a great, Kenneth did a great video with me on how to cook a salmon. It was a great salad, but he specializes. The man's a chop champion. He's doing it big. Great food, quick and easy recipes. I think they even dropped a holiday cookbook. So if you get a chance, make sure you go to kennethtemple.com. They got a holiday cookbook, because he'll let you get nice and round, and I'm gonna help you get nice and flat. So make sure you check it out. Holla at him. And we have more recipes getting ready to come out for y'all, guys. This isn't stopping. This is a lifestyle. As long as you want to get fit, I'm making videos. As long as I'm making videos, you better get fit. It's going to be fun. Let's do this thing together, y'all. Let's just have fun. Let's build faith. Let's give glory to God. Fitness is worship. Fitness is worship. It's a form of worship. God gave you a body. You got to take care of it. If you don't take care of it, I mean, it's a gift. If somebody gave you a diamond ring or a Ferrari or something of value, you would cherish that thing. Your body is more valuable than any of those things that I just mentioned. So don't treat it like it's worth nothing. Take care of your body. A healthy body leads to a healthy mind. A healthy mind leads to a healthy spirit. A healthy spirit means you can make an impact on the world, the impact that God had for you to make on this world. So again, visit DivineDesignFitness.com. My name is Marin Ellis, the Minister of Muscle, Divine Design Fitness personal trainer. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Let me know. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. and I will talk to you guys next week. Have a great, fantastic, tasty, full Thanksgiving. And please, please pray for my Cowboys. Please pray for my Cowboys. I know some of y'all haters. Y'all don't like the Cowboys. But have a little sympathy on the brother. Please pray for him. And I'll see y'all next week. Talk to you soon.